sum of each polygon. What is the formula for these?
Parentheses s minus 2 parentheses times 180.
Perfect. Okay, so it says n minus 2 times 180. Okay, so that's the formula for all of these ones. And so if we look at number 1, how many sides are there? Okay, so we go through and count them. How many sides are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there are 6 sides. So it's going to look like 6 minus 2 times 180. 720? Okay, so 720 degrees. Okay, number 3 is exactly the same. We're going to count the sides. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to look like 7 minus 2 times 180. $900?
Yeah.
Okay. 900 degrees. Okay, what's different about number 5?
So instead of showing the shape, they give you a number.
Yeah, so instead of showing the shape, they just gave us a number, but you're going to use the same formula and everything, so it's going to look like 16 minus 2 times 180. Okay, and what is that?
2520.
2520, somebody agree? Okay. Okay, number 7. Again, it's a 22-agon, so we're going to say 22 minus 2 times 180. And what do you get? Somebody.
$3,600.
3600. Okay, number 9, we're going to start off the same. We're going to count our sides. Okay, and for this one, that way you guys have notes. I'm going to write you the long way. It's not necessary, but that way you have it on your sheet. God forbid that you forget by Wednesday, okay? So we're going to start off by counting our sides. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the other way, you can count the number of pieces on the inside. So if we have 6 outside pieces, you should also have 6 inside pieces, okay, or 6 numbers. You should also have 6 vertexes, meaning the 2 sides touch. Okay, so we're going to start off by saying 6 minus 2 times 180. Okay, what number does that give you?
720.
720? Somebody agree?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got 720 degrees. Okay, so that's the first step on this problem. Let's define that part out. Okay, the second step is going to be to take that number, and we started off with 720, and we're going to subtract every piece that's on the inside. So we're going to say minus 50, minus 75, minus 65, minus 100, minus 220. Okay, and again, I'm like writing this out the very long way. That way you have it just on this one at least when you're solving these. Okay, and what does that give you?
210.
210?
Yeah.
Somebody agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so 210 is going to be our total. Okay, so that's really x equals 210. Okay. because that's what we were finding. However, if you put 210, like I'm gonna call it good. Okay, now, writing all that stuff is really not 100% necessary. However, I can tell you this much, okay? If you decide to do it all on your calculator, on your test, and you accidentally write me down the wrong number because you were typing so fast and instead of 55, you put 50, you miss every single point from the answer and above, okay? So that's almost really sketchy to not show me any work. Okay, if you showed all this work and you accidentally got the wrong answer, I give you, it's just gonna be -1, okay? If you just write me 210 and the answer is 220, you're gonna miss -5, okay? Because I don't know where any of your numbers are. For all I know, because students do it, just wrote me down, they picked a random number and put 99, okay? So you do miss every single point. So I like to tell you guys that just in case you would like to write the work down. Okay, look at number 11. We're gonna count our sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we say 7 minus 2 times 180. 900? Somebody agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so we know that the total shape is going to be 900, and so from this point we're going to say 900 minus 128, and you're going to do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Okay, the other way, I guess, would be a little bit faster. You'd say 128 times 6, and then subtract that from 900. Okay, that way you don't have to type in 128, 128, 128.
What did you say?
So you're going to say 900 minus 128 6 times.
Power 6.
No, 6 times. You would type that. What is that? Huh? 100? 132? Somebody agree? 132? Okay, so we get x equals 132. Based on the picture, what do you think that maybe you thought your answer was going to be? I had an inkling that it was going to be a certain number. What did you think it was going to be? 128. Okay, I would have thought so too because all the other ones are 128. So I don't know where I got the number from, but it is in fact 132. Okay, so. Okay, flip your page. Look at 13. Okay. Okay, what can you tell me about the properties on the inside?
They're all the same.
They're not all the same. Okay, so if we have a shape, and I'm just gonna draw it over here, okay, and we have angles 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which ones are the same?
1 and 3.
1 and 3 are equal. Okay, 1 and 3 are equal, and 2 and 4 are equal. Okay, what else do we know about the shape? What can you tell me about 1 and 2? They are not equal, but what can you tell me about 1 and 2 though? They add up together to be 180. Okay, so 1 plus 2. Okay, 1 plus 2 equals 180. What can you tell me about 2 plus 3? 2 plus 3 equals 180. Okay, so same sides. Okay, so 2 plus 3 equals 180. 3 plus 4 equals 180. And you can say 1 plus 4 or 4 plus 1 equals 180. Okay, so same sides equals or adds to 180. Okay, opposite corners are equal. Okay, and so that's the main difference. And so if you need the 1, 2, 3, 4 graph picture thing, then you absolutely can write it down. If you don't, then don't worry about it. Okay, but that's what's happening with the picture. Okay, opposite corners are equal, same sides add to be 180. So if we look at 13, are those opposite corners or same sides?
Opposite corners.
Opposite corners. So if that one's 40, then this one is 40. Okay, what about 15? They're same sides. So you're going to say 180 minus 96. 84. Okay, 17. Are those same sides or opposite corners?
Same one.
They are on the same side, so we're going to add them together to equal 180. What is the square?
90.
90. Okay, the square is 90. So it's really going to look like 90 plus 18x equals 180. Okay, so now if we're looking at this, who needs moved first?
90.
The 90. So we're going to say minus 90 on both sides. So we get 18x equals, what is 180 minus 90? 90? Then what needs done? We're going to divide by 18. Hey, people. And what is 90 divided by 18? 5? Somebody agree?
Yeah. She's
Hey, girl, look at you. Sam made honor roll.
Wow.
I know, good job, Sam. 90 divided by 18, what did we say, 5? 3? 5? Okay. Okay, do we stop or do we keep going?
Stop.
We stop. Why do we stop?
Because it just says solve for X.
It just says solve for x, so we don't need to continue and plug anything in or anything like that, okay? So definitely read the instructions. Okay, 19. Is that same side or opposite corners?
Same side.
It is same side, so are we gonna add them together or set them equal?
Add them together.
We're gonna add them together, okay? So, and I'm just gonna put a plus equals 180, okay? So who can get put together there?
104 and 4.
104 and 4, okay? So 104 plus 4 is gonna give me 108 plus 6x equals 180. Okay, then what? Then who needs moved?
Minus 180.
Minus 108 on both sides. So we get 6x equals something. 72? Somebody agree?
Then divide by 6.
And then divide by 6.
12.
We got about 8 left. We're almost done. Okay, look at 21. Are those same side or opposite corners?
Same side.
They're same side. So same sides we add together to equal 180. Okay, so we can add together. So it's gonna look like 11x plus 19x equals 180. Okay, who can get combined? 11x and 19x, and that's gonna give me what? 30x equals 180. Okay, then what needs to happen? Divide both sides by 30. Okay, so sometimes you don't have someone to move in between there, and that's okay. Okay, so we're gonna divide both sides by 30. So we get x equals what? 6. Okay, do we stop or keep going?
Continue.
We keep going. Okay, what do they ask us to find? What's indicated?
R.
R. Okay, so there's none on today's on. There is on 24, so I gotta tell you. So, what's different about 24 versus 21? Anybody know?
The B doesn't, there's no.
Perfect. Good job. Okay, so on 24 there's no V. Okay, and we kind of did some of those like that in class, and so I don't necessarily know which one is on your test. So I'm going to tell you, if it said find u instead, okay, once you find one angle, we can figure out all four. Okay, so if you remember, the opposite corners are equal, and the same sides add up to be 180. Okay, so at this point, we're going to plug it back in, and so in order to find r, which is 11x, it's really going to look like 11 parentheses 6. Okay, and so that would give us 66. Okay, and so if r is 66, what is the other one that's 66?
T,
T is also 66. How could I find u? How could I find u?
66 minus 180.
180 minus 66. That's okay. And so, yeah, we could figure the rest out, okay, from just one. Okay, 23. Is that same side or opposite corners?
opposite corners,
They're opposite corners. So are we going to add them together or set them equal?
7 equal.
We set them equal to each other. So it's going to look like 3x plus 13 equals 5x minus 9. Okay, we're going to move our letters to the left and the numbers to the right. So who needs moved?
13.
The 13, who else?
And 5x.
And the 5x. Okay, so 3 minus 5, negative 2x, 19, or negative 9 minus 13. Negative 9 minus 13.
Negative 21.
Negative what?
Negative 22.
Shooting 22. Okay, and sorry, Ben, but I'm going to pick on Ben. How do I know that 21 wasn't going to work?
Because it's an odd number.
Well, you can. So it's not going to work out. So you're going to get a fraction or a decimal, and so that's definitely not going to work. Okay. What does it want us to find?
F.
F. Okay. So it wants us to find F, which is 3x plus 13. Okay. So it's going to look like 3 parentheses 11 plus 13. And what is that going to give you?
46.
46, does we agree? Okay. Alright, and so F is 46. Okay, 25. What do you know about the outsides of a parallelogram? What do we know about the outsides? They're not all the same. Which ones are the same? Which ones are the same? Okay, look at 25. What's the question mark? 22.4. So which ones are actually the same? The left and right, and then the top and bottom, okay? That's not to say, we cannot say they are all the same, because my top and bottom could be 2 and my sides could be 4, okay? So the top and bottom go together and the left and right go together. So if that one is 22.4, the other one is 22.4. Okay, what about 27? The top is 23, what's the bottom? 23. Okay, 29. Which one should I write down first? Yeah, it's the one with the x. We always want to kind of get on the left side. So negative 4 plus 2x equals the bottom part, which is 16. Okay, who needs moved? The negative 4. So we're going to add 4 to both sides. So I get 2x equals 20. Then what? Divide both sides by 2. So we get x equals 10. Do we stop or keep going? We stop. We're gonna cross off number 31 and 32. And 35 and 36. 35 and 36. Okay, we just finished this up on Thursday, so we don't necessarily need to review a whole lot.
31, 32 minutes.
35, 36. Okay, last one. Okay, on this one, it does not matter who I set first, but we definitely want to make sure both sides have two pieces each. Okay, so it should have one with a letter, one with a number, one with a letter, one with a number. So we got 2x minus 17 equals 1x minus 5. Okay, we're gonna move our letters to the left and the numbers to the right. Who needs moved? 17. Who else? 1x. Okay, 2x minus 1x. 1x. Negative 5 plus 17 is 12. And then what? Okay, I'm going to say divide by 1, but I know some of you guys don't need to, but that way somebody has it on their sheet when they go to look back. Okay, and then we need to plug into what? Which one?
2x minus 17.
Okay, so it should be 2x minus 17. However, which one is easier? Which one is easier? The bottom one is easier, okay? So does it matter necessarily whether we plug into the top or bottom?
No.
No. How's it come? They equal the same number. Okay, so it's very easy to plug into the bottom one because it's really just 12 minus 5. Okay, and what is 12 minus 5? 7. Okay, and so if we know that the bottom is 7, then the top is also 7. However, for notes, because you guys can use these on your test, I'm going to write out the FG part. Okay, so FG is going to be 2x minus 17. So it's really going to look like 2 parentheses 12 minus 17, which would still give you 7. Okay, and so, but that is a much longer way of having to do that versus just saying, well, what is 12 minus 5? Okay, the rest of the sheet is for you guys to do. You should have about 15 to do or so.